happy Thursday to you. Welcome to the broadcast. We are so glad to be here with you this morning in our jewel tones.
Oh, yes, I had to point out
that match the flowers. It's crazy.
We're bringing in the fall look, right?
You know, I got to tell you guys, so every time I get on Facebook or Instagram or anything, you know, and I look at everyone's photos, and it seems to me like nowadays all the photos are so perfect and so beautiful and so photoshopped, and so I'm like, I can't get away from the photoshopping. I thought it was just in the magazines. Now it's all over my Instagram feed and the Facebook photos, and it got me to thinking, like,
especially the fashion bloggers.
Oh, well, yes, of course. But I wonder how many people actually, you know,
fix their photos,
to make, you know, a better version of themselves. Because we've talked about this before, right? About social media, and
I will cut body parts off
and everything. I have this one picture. I actually I could have done the double, you know. So years ago in Vegas, and it was surprisingly right after I had Bryn, and my stomach looked good. I was all toned.
Wow.
I got this bikini picture, and
it's
from
like
your
bikini
the waist
on
up.
It's hot.
If you saw from the waist down, it was like two totally. My mom blessed me with her.
There's
all
one where
of this.
You're like in
my
the
mother
pool
and
or
my
something.
grandmother
if
blessed
I
me.
could put those two pictures next to each other, one looks like, and without photoshopping or anything, I just cut the bottom part out. It was like night and day. I would never post the original
did you
one.
touch your waist up? Did you touch that print at all?
Didn't retouch it at all. It just looked good.
It's not touched at all.
Not touched at all, but from the bottom.
So apparently only 26% of Facebook users say that they alter their photos. I think it's way more. I would never put a photo with
picture.
That was, yeah, and you know what's interesting is, you know, after talking so much with Courtney, and of course her being a fashion blogger and posting photos is her livelihood, and it's interesting the thought process that happens with her as she posts, because people are rude, and they will be. I mean, they're so ruthless and mean if there's a photo that they think, you know, she doesn't look perfect, and then yet we're the first ones to complain when things look too perfect. But there are ways to manipulate. Like certain photos will be posted on Instagram because you can't zoom in on Instagram.
Oh, interesting.
Yet, right? But the psychological game that has to be played with, okay, what can I post here, and who's going to be nice with this, but who's not going to be nice? It's kind of crazy.
It is. It's a whole game that you have to go through too, right? And it's just how things are these days. We didn't have Facebook, and I'm so glad we didn't have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter back in the day, because I'd have been in trouble.
It's, you know, McKenna, being a 16-year-old girl, she'll post pictures, but my kids are more particular about what they post of themselves than I am of me. Like, they're very ultra critical, especially her being a 16-year-old girl.
And they have to be. I mean,
she's got apps that can do things that will change your entire look. Brighten your eyes, brighten your teeth.
Put makeup on.
Yeah, I mean, she could make herself look
what are
amazing.
Those apps?
I can show you some. I've got a couple on my phone.
Well, and think about it,
they're harder on
for
themselves.
young girls these days, the way, I mean, we hear all the time about Twitter bullies, and these kids literally hanging themselves because of the backlash they're getting on social media.
But she'll post something, and if she doesn't get, like, you know, 20, 30 likes within 10 minutes, I mean, I don't even get that much for a year. And she'll go, I'm taking that down. Nobody liked it. And I'm like, well, don't take it. If you like it, leave it there. Who cares?
There goes that whole psychological thing our teenagers are going through these days.
Yeah, if you're not getting enough likes, then it's not good. How about, here's the other thing that I think gives people anxiety that doesn't have to do with photos, but when you're texting with someone and you see the bubble box come up like they're about to answer you, and then it goes away,
and you don't hear from them,
right? And then they don't answer you, and you're like, well, they were going to answer me, and then you keep looking at your phone, looking for the bubble box.
You're like, never mind, never mind. I'm not talking about that right now. Never mind. You do that with Scott, right?
I do. Well, especially
like,
like
bubble. She's saying something. What is she saying?
If we're like, you know, arguing or something, and I text something, and then I wait to see if he's going to write back, and then I know he is. I know he's writing back, but then it goes away, and I'm like,
see, it's a game.
Mind.
Life is a game. Everything we have to do, it's this, I'm telling you, it's exhausting.
You know,